specimen through the reinforced viewing chamber. The creature, Subject 7, as labeled in her files, sat calmly in the testing chair, its pale hands resting on the neural interface pads. For a species that had supposedly conquered half the galaxy through sheer brutality, it appeared remarkably ordinary. "Begin Phase 1, she commanded, her voice carrying the authority of the Galactic Research Consortium's lead xenobiologist. The empathy engine hummed to life, a marvel of Veltari technology that could simulate any conceivable form of physical or psychological distress. It had been used to study pain thresholds across 847 species, mapping the precise limits of sentient endurance. Most subjects lasted mere minutes before unconsciousness mercifully claimed them. "Neural connection established," reported her assistant, Dr. Morduke. "Beginning with standard Veltari pain threshold, approximately 2.3 kilonewtons." The human's jaw tightened slightly. A muscle twitched in his neck. Otherwise, he remained motionless. "Readings?" Dr. Zexthara asked. "Subject appears alert, heart rate elevated but stable. No signs of approaching unconsciousness. Increase to 4.7 kilounits. That should render any carbon-based lifeform catatonic." The numbers climbed on her display. Subject 7's breathing deepened, but his eyes remained focused on the wall ahead. A bead of sweat traced down his temple. "Still conscious, Doctor." Dr. Zexthara's mandibles clicked in fascination. "Increased to 8 kilonewtons. Maximum threshold for a Krex warrior." The machine's harmonics shifted, generating waves of neural feedback that would have reduced a Krex, one of the galaxy's most notoriously resilient species, to a writhing mass of agony. The human closed his eyes, his knuckles whitening as his hands pressed against the interface pads. A low sound escaped his throat, not quite a groan, more like controlled breathing. "Remarkable," whispered Dr. Morduke. "His neural patterns show pain recognition, but his consciousness remains completely stable. Continue the increase. 12 kilonewtons." The empathy engine's quantum processors began working harder, drawing additional power from the station's fusion core. Subject 7's body trembled now, sweat beading across his skin, but his breathing remained rhythmic, deliberate. "Doctor," came a new voice through the comm system. It was Technician Yildros from the machine monitoring station. "The empathy engine is requesting clarification on parameters." "What do you mean, requesting clarification?" "The AI subsystem is questioning the readings. It's asking if there's been a calibration error." Dr. Zexthara felt a chill run through her exoskeleton. In 3 decades of research, she had never heard of the engine's AI expressing uncertainty. "Increase to 15 kilonewtons, she ordered. "Doctor, that's beyond—" "Do it!" The machine's hum became a whine. Warning lights began flashing across multiple panels. Subject 7's entire body went rigid, every muscle locked in tension, yet somehow he remained upright in the chair. His lips moved silently. Was he counting? "Neural activity is off the charts," Dr. Morduke reported, his voice tight with disbelief. "But not in the way we expected. His brain is adapting, rerouting pain signals. I've never seen anything like it." 20 kilonewtons, Dr. Zexthara commanded, her scientific objectivity warring with growing unease. "Doctor, please!" Technician Yildros's voice cracked through the comm. "The engine's AI it's distressed. It keeps asking why we're torturing the subject beyond established parameters. It's saying the readings must be wrong." "The machine doesn't understand torture," Dr. Zexthara snapped. "It's simply processing data." 25 kilonewtons achieved, Dr. Morduke whispered. Subject 7 opened his eyes. Despite the astronomical levels of neural pain being channeled directly into his consciousness, despite the fact that his body shook like a leaf in a hurricane, he looked directly through the viewing window. His gaze found Dr. Zexthara's eyes, and impossibly he smiled. "The engine's AI is refusing further commands," Technician Yildros reported, panic clear in his voice. It's saying it won't be party to this cruelty anymore. Doctor, I think it's experiencing empathy overload from the feedback loop." "That's impossible. It's a machine. It's begging us to stop. It says the subject has endured enough." Dr. Zexthara stared at the human who sat calmly enduring pain levels that should have killed him 3 times over. She thought of the reports from the war front. Humans walking through plasma fields to rescue wounded comrades. Humans continuing to fight with limbs severed. Humans who somehow found the will to press forward when every logical instinct screamed for retreat. "Subject 7, she spoke into the intercom. Can you hear me? The human's head turned slightly toward the speaker. Yeah, he said, his voice rough but steady. I can hear you. Why aren't you unconscious? A pause. Then, this is Tuesday for us, Doc. You want to see something really impressive? Try threatening someone I care about. Dr. Zexathera's manipulator appendages trembled as she reached for the emergency shutdown. Around her, the empathy engine's AI continued its digital pleading, its sophisticated consciousness somehow more affected by witnessing human suffering than the human was by experiencing it. As the machine powered down and Subject 7 flexed his fingers experimentally, Dr. Zexathera realized she had just discovered something that would change the consortium's understanding of warfare forever. Humans didn't just tolerate pain, they transformed it into purpose. And that made them the most terrifying species in the galaxy.